Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Urasekai Picnic. And last episode, we decided to go back into the other side and rescue our long-lost soldiers because they're people too. They need help. We know about them needing help, so we went to go help. Pretty much the gist of it. And they shot at us a little bit initially, but we eventually got things cleared up and we all got together and we started to try to leave, go back home. But there were a little bit of issues along the way, like those mines that are various places, whatever they're called, glitches. Yeah, those are a problem. Those are quite annoying. I think we even had like some enemies running towards us at some point, just taking shots at them that weren't super effective. And I think we ended off by seeing something very scary kind of near the exit point. So I imagine we'll get more into that in this episode. So yeah, this is the 12th and final episode, but there's still so much left of the story to do, especially in regards to Satsuki, right? So yeah, I mean, how conclusive can this really feel? Because it's clearly kind of a gory the source material kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see what they manage to do with it. So let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. Bum. Soto and Toriko. Okay. That is a very interesting title. You got my attention. No, I was kind of hoping the last episode would just literally be a picnic in the other world, just the two of them, having a blanket on the ground and a basket and everything. I was hoping that'd be the final episode, but it doesn't quite look like it. It really is a weird title, though, for like a show, because you might even say the other world's no picnic, if you're familiar with that expression. Ah. Hopefully I didn't. Yes, the pop filter seems like it's still in the right position. More or less. Haha. Are you gonna try to scare me? Yeah, that's what we saw last time. A nice, friendly lady over there that probably wants to say hi to us. Yes, Kandara. I don't think it's gonna work. But I gotta try, right? She doesn't seem too concerned. Oh god, is that a tail? Oh my god, what am I looking at? Keep shooting. It's almost like a Lamia or something. A really ugly one. I prefer the one from Monster Girl Quest. Or, the Monster Girl anime. Do not enter. I would probably obey that. That's actually kind of hard to remember. Jesus Christ, I swear it just keeps getting more horrifying to look at. This is definitely our end game boss, our end of anime boss. It's gotta learn its patterns and attack. We'll have to find his weak point. Come on, you're the one that can see things. Tell us what you see. Do you have a very big rock to hit her with? Yeah, I gotta keep looking at it, no matter how hideous it is. You tell her. Wow. Wow, Soro. Didn't know you were so good at the smack talk. Even I felt a bit intimidated by that. She looked at me, and I looked at her. Yeah, gotta keep your eye on her. Okay, I thought that was gonna hit her at first. I guess that's big. Okay. Is this big enough, Soro? Did that hurt? I hope it hurt. Hit her again. Yeah, like that. Ute. Okay, we should be working now. It seems like we're doing damage. Although I don't know how much HP she has. Yeah, smack her again. Yeah, I think that one hurt. Not so scary now, are you? That actually took less time than I thought it would. It's dead. Still love the English. The biggest thing we had. You can't really complain. Said you want something big, she gave you something big. And it worked, so. Guess that's that. So we should be able to cross back now, right? Nothing else is gonna jump out and attack us, right? Not gonna be any scary Satsuki experience, right? Exactly. Soro is the smart one, alright? Yeah, the grabbing, the pulling thing. Is the walking important? She's the expert, so. The gate. Home sweet home. Gotta be such a relief to finally be able to go home. After being in like a literal hell for weeks or months, however long they were there. Okay, some of this pronunciation is not great, but I mean, it's great in a way. I like it. I think it's alright. They are heroes. Oh? Do we really want to know? Oh. Okay. Is he just saying that to make them feel better? Who knows? Yeah, we don't. Our home isn't exactly where your home is. So, Now it's just the two of us. So let's break out that picnic blanket. But we're still in the first half of the episode, so something exciting's gotta happen, right? Like, I'm very nervous about what happens next. Don't say that in front of them. That's what it's all about. Then we're in agreement then. I think we may have discovered a secret here. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did see a tear fall from your eye. I did not miss that. It's a good question. How did we get it last time? Oh yeah, the train. But I remember the train not being all that pleasant. I'm sure I'll find an exit somewhere. Yeah, it's the last episode. Why not? We can splurge a little. The halfway point. There was our commercial break. Oh, did we make it out? I'm about to say a Rienseiza. So yeah, we did make it out apparently. Still can't believe all the monitors she has. Ah, jeez, a little harsh. Just cute pouty faces. Imamura Coffee. Interesting name. I mean, I probably read the name before, but never gave much thought. A little sweaty there. Well, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if there's a gate that's just perfect. Oh wow, that is a pretty place. Maybe we got a picnic here. What'd you spot? Yeah, just a pile of money on the street. Okay, yeah, that does look like a gate, I think. Yeah, you don't see it, but it's there. Yeah, that's totally a gate. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is for this. Don't remind me of that. I still remember that scary. Yeah, I remember that. That really scared me at the time. Thank you for showing it again. Nothing at all. We were just, hey, what's up with you? Sounds like a freaking lawnmower getting started up. You're jealous you don't have someone to high five. Yeah, we knew she wouldn't be excited about that. So we told her off screen, yeah. I'm glad to see she's taking it well. Yeah. Location. She'll get over it. A little to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit back. Yeah, that was, yeah, I mean... Getting all sorts of ideas. It's our way of life. don't worry me, Kozakuna. Still haven't really done much with this gate, so who knows what kind of location it leads to. Exactly. Because I think some areas in the other world are scarier than others, like depending on what's in any given area. But some areas probably have more glitches than others, for one example. So even if it's a convenient location on our side, it might not be a convenient location on the other side, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Where girls' last two are now. Yeah, do we just all this looks the same to me. Been a long 3 months. But that is how long a season is, so yeah, it makes sense. An anime season, I mean. Can I... Okay. Because you're a gorgeous blonde? Well, she has interest in you. I'm curious what her answer will be, though. Because you make my life exciting. That is true. Plus... I love her fighting through the embarrassment to say that. think it's fine. Well, sure, but you're special. I don't think that's true. I know, right? No thank you to both those things. The irony. Well, I'm glad that didn't end up happening. Right, that was how we started the show. I kind of forgot. Our two Hitoribochi meeting up with each other. Clearly destiny. Yeah, good thing I didn't run into any glitches. And then I met Toriko. And everything changed. Maybe. Not sure, but maybe. Nyandaman, what? We were attempting a cat girl way of speaking there. But because you have Soro by your side. Wow, I like how a hum became a 3-word translation. I mean, this anime is it's always had the highest quality translation, as we know. Yeah, I remember that spot. I remember that spot. We didn't get any Satsuki in the episode. Just put a blanket on it. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, the rain's the only threat towards it, right? So it's all good. One final handheld for the episode, for the show. A party? But the episode's almost over. You're not gonna have a party off screen without me, are you? That's not fair. Well, as long as they're happy together, that's what matters. It's always the best idea. I actually was expecting the episode to cut off, so... But we actually do get to see a little bit of it. That's nice. Other side picnic. even though we never, in fact, had a real, true picnic on the other side. At least not by my idea of a picnic. Although maybe they had a different idea of picnic. You know, if that's the case, fair enough. But anyway, that was the 12th and final episode of Urasekai Picnic. How much do I have to say on this episode? We battled the Kangana, something like that. You know what I'm referring to. We battled her, and it did seem like a pretty big deal of a fight for the most part. It did get resolved a bit quicker than I expected, but it still seemed like quite the threatening opponent that we had to very much utilize our special eye to see it, and we utilized Toriko's ability to get a big vehicle and mash it into it and hit it with its claw, and I think the soldiers were shooting at it. Soldiers were shooting at it too, and that probably somewhat helped, maybe. And we took it down, right? Like, it wasn't too bad. We didn't lose anyone. Like the soldier even said, nobody died, so it's all good. We successfully got the soldiers back home. And I was kind of expecting there to be something happening after they left, like maybe either the thing we defeated wasn't actually dead yet, like it somehow comes back, or Satsuki shows up, or a gremlin comes out of the ground and grabs her ankle. I don't know. I was just kind of expecting something to happen, but it didn't. We just transitioned back over to the real world. We didn't even see them go through a gate or anything, just they're back over there. Kozakura angry at them, you know? But we did have a nice moment between them before we did that, right? I mean, it wasn't too much of a shock when Soro said she didn't really care too much about helping the soldiers. Like, I mean, who really cares? Like, I personally wasn't that invested in whether or not they got out or not. Like, I was happy for them when they did, right? Because nobody deserves to be stuck here forever. But I wouldn't have lost any sleep if they had been stuck in here, is kind of, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Of course, we got some cheek squishing from Toriko. I did quite enjoy that. It's a nice little bit between them, for sure. It's a nice alone time. And what do they call that thing again? The T-130, whatever that vehicle thingy is. You know, a decent chunk of the episode was dedicated to figuring out what to do with that. We had to find a new gate, one that was closer by, because we didn't want to have to lug that somewhere else. Luckily, there was a gate really close by. Kozakura wasn't super excited about that because she doesn't really like going to the other side. So if there's a way to get there, just kind of hop, skip, and a jump away from her house, she doesn't really take that as a positive, unlike Toriko and Soro do. So that's pretty funny. And we did bring it over successfully in the end. And apparently we found our way back to the spot where they met. Which I actually kind of forgot a little bit about that. Like, the whole her laying on the ground, be sounding so hopeless and all that. I really forgot about that. But now that she has Toriko and all of that, she is in a much different mental state than when she was back then. So to kind of compare and contrast her from back then and her now, you can really see the difference, and it's pretty good. I mean, there was definitely a discussion of obsession here, right? Because we had Toriko talking about how she's worried about monopolizing Soro, and how she could maybe not be with her as much. Like, I can't really paraphrase what she was saying, but basically Soro's response to it was, you know, what do I need besides you? You know, like, expanding my horizon, meeting new people. It sounds kind of lame. Like, why would I do that? And then we have Toriko talking about how obsessed she was with Satsuki and all that. So it doesn't sound too healthy with the way they're talking about things, but it's better than being alone, right? So it's still an improvement either way, no matter how you try to slice it. They do have each other, and that's what's important to me, at least. And then we ended off by having a nice party together. So, pretty happy ending for the most part. Nobody died. Nobody lost any limbs. So, just a nice little celebration to end off our season, which is pretty good. But, like I said, very much a lot left to be resolved in the source material. It's very, very clear. So, will there be a second season? Maybe. Definitely not going to hold my breath for that sort of thing. I have not seen any sales numbers, but I would be surprised if this sold extremely well. That would surprise me. So I'm definitely not going to expect one. So maybe I'll pick up the source material at some point. when it finishes, if it finishes. But as far as the show as a whole, what do I have to say about the show as a whole? Really not sure. Like, the show is very much about, like, urban legends and stuff like that, and the other world. That's a big part of it for sure. And I'm not familiar with most of the urban legends, so I guess in a sense, the newness of them is a bit of a bit of a positive for me. Like, no concern about being spoiled and on anything in that regard, you know. So that was kind of cool. And some of the urban legends were pretty interesting, pretty spooky, pretty creepy. In the show, when it wanted to do jump scares, some of them they were pretty effective on me, for sure. So the kind of creepy sort of horror kind of thing the show had going for it was fairly compelling. And our duo here, Toriko and Soro, obviously a lot of the show rolls around them. There are two main characters, and I liked both of them fairly well. Soro was the more relatable of the two for me personally, right? So I mean, sometimes she was a little bit frustrating with like the jealousy aspect and stuff like that, but for the most part, I did quite like her. For sure. She also looks kind of cool with her blue eye and all that. And Toriko, you know, our hot blonde kind of girl. She has guns and all that. Like, she's that kind of character. Very much different than Soro in like the almost every way. They made a pretty good pair in that respect. Opposites attract sort of thing. I did quite enjoy their dynamic and them interacting with each other. Pretty much all these sort of flirting kind of scenes we got between them were great. I feel like we could have gotten more of them. That would have been nice, for sure. But I did like what we got in that regard. And obviously the biggest plot thread, like overarching plot of the show, was Satsuki and the mystery of what happened to her. And obviously, I need to stop saying that word. We can't fully resolve that mystery just yet because we don't have all the puzzle pieces. We got some of them in the show, for sure. And maybe a smart person could figure out exactly what happened there. But I feel like we don't have enough just yet. And in the story itself, more would be introduced. So that element, though, kind of giving us more and more hints about that was for sure one of the interesting aspects of the show, trying to figure out exactly what the deal with that is. Because it seemed like Satsuki's, whatever's up with that, there's something mysterious about her. Like, even before she disappeared, some people definitely commented on certain things about her, like her being a little bit off or whatever. I think it was it Cardi was saying something about that, or was it the red-haired girl that Akari's with? I don't remember her name. You know, the only other important character in the show, besides, you know, our main two in Kozakura. Right, so that certainly was a compelling aspect of the show. Wanting to eventually get some kind of full-on explanation about exactly what the Satsuki deal is all about. Like, even now, I'm still pretty curious about that. Like, that's one of the things that compels me to dive into this source material, is to learn more about that. But yeah, I really don't have too much to say about the show. So, I mean, I liked it for the most part. Like, it wasn't a mind-blowing show or anything like that, but it was a solid show that I'm glad I watched. Like, a solid kind of 7 out of 10 anime, that's how I would describe it. Like, it's probably not going to go back and rewatch it anytime soon. Probably not. But hopefully you still enjoy my reaction to it all the same. Because there was certainly plenty to enjoy about this show. And I certainly will miss these two characters. And that's all I really got to say. So I'm going to end off the video here. I really should take a look at the next season's chart to figure out what I'm going to watch, because that's probably going to start up pretty soon. So if you did like my reactions to the show and you want to watch me watch more stuff, then next season I will probably be watching some stuff. So feel free to stick around and see what ends up happening with that. And of course, can give some suggestions if you have similar taste in anime as I do. And hopefully I'll see you again somewhere else. But until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.